A question I get asked often is, how do these students at the Eaton Arrowsmith Schools work on cognitive functions for 3 to 4 years? Do they get burnt out? Do they begin to hate their program and wish they were somewhere else? The honest answer is it's a bit of a roller coaster. There are some good days and there's some bad days, and I'd have to say majority are solid days. They're doing their work, they're working on these programs. But once in a while, they could have a bit of a, downer in that they're struggling with this cognitive area. It doesn't seem to be moving that quickly. They wish it would be moving quickly, but it just takes time. And then all of a sudden, they've mastered that cognitive level, and there's excitement in the classroom, clapping in the classroom. They get to phone their parents and say, "Hey, Mom and Dad, I achieved level 5 in this cognitive exercise," and lots of cheer and joy. So there is a mixture of emotions, but when I look at it, what program doesn't? I used to be an Orton Gillingham tutor 15 years ago, and there'd be sudden leaps in reading achievement and sudden senses of joy, but then also be frustrations where I've showed the same phonemic card and it would still be a mystery to them what to say in terms of pronouncing that letter combination. So I think every program that works with kids with learning disabilities can have a few ups and downs. But what's really exciting is to see this progression through this 3 to 4 years. The first year, there's certainly an interest in what they're doing, these exercises. They get to talk to students who've been there for 4 years and ask them questions about how they've progressed through the Arrowsmith program. The second year comes along, they know they got to stay committed to this intervention model. At the end of the second year, they're actually showing some cognitive changes that are pretty significant, even after the first year. But after the second year, they're beginning to sense, hey, maybe I can transition now. I'm pretty good in my academic classes at Eaton Arrowsmith School. Maybe I could do well in my math class in my public school. Maybe I could do well in my language arts class in the private school I want to go to. But what we know here is that they're not quite done, that we need them to finish, say it is a 3-year program, we need to finish that third year. There might be areas that we haven't been able to address yet that we need to complete in order to make sure the transition back into their regular public or private school is effective. And it can be a bit difficult for them to commit to a third year because they feel so empowered. Their self-esteem's increased, their sense of confidence increases, they feel they can do well in their math and English class. So it takes a bit of convincing for some of them to join in a third year with us and fully complete their program. What's interesting, those who have graduated and completed their program have often remarked to myself and others here that their last year was probably their most important year in terms of solidifying all the cognitive weaknesses to make sure their complete profile has strengths in it so they can really benefit from all the work they've done here at Eaton Arrowsmith Schools.